Hello everyone, my name is Kamran Akbarzadeh, founder of Dream Achievers Academy and author of Leadership Soup. Thank you so much for attending this live masterclass. It's about become boundless for manifesting your dreams with the power of self-confidence. So we're going to talk about self-confidence and how you can really get out of your comfort zone and become boundless. So before we get started, let me tell you why I'm doing this masterclass and why on self-confidence. You might know, or you might be part of the survey that I ran a few months ago on number one single biggest challenge that stops people from achieving their goals and dreams. I ran this survey among people on my mailing list, and I asked them this question, and then based on the responses that I received, I classified or categorized their number one biggest challenge to 5 top challenges. And these 5 top challenges were self-discipline, time management, self-confidence, and not being clear on goals and dreams, and finally on the money side, financial side. So this training is part of or kind of could be as the result of the survey that I had run before. And my intention is to share with you some techniques and tools so that you can get out of your comfort zone and boost your self-confidence and see really life has greater opportunity for you to achieve. So this is what we're going to cover today. Why you should boost your self-confidence and what will happen if you don't. A simple yet effective technique for boosting your self-confidence, and a top strategy for living a boundless life and manifesting your dreams. And finally, we end up with an opportunity of lifetime for you, and hopefully you'll take advantage of that. So now I want to ask you a question, and that question is simply this. Have you ever faced any of these problems that I'm gonna share with you in the next 3 slides in your life? Have you faced any of these? The first one is you're worried about what others think of you and what they might say about you. So are you worried about what your friends or what your colleagues or what your family members or what even strangers might think of you and what they might say about you, whether in front of you or on your back? Second things, you break down when you face difficult situations or lose hope when things fall apart. Like, do you easily lose your hope when difficult times come or not? If you face challenges, do you get upset? Do you drain your energy? or not. That's the second one. And the third one, you have fear of failure and therefore do not take any risk to pursue your big goals and dreams. That happens a lot because many times we have great ideas, great goals, but we do not really pursue them because we are afraid of failure. We think that there is risk there, there is challenge there. I haven't done it before, and that's why I may fail. What if I fail? And then what others would think about me? And then all this sort of thinking behind it. All of these really are signs of lack of self-confidence. And if you tell me that you face one or more of these, it's really not a surprise to me. And you're not alone. In fact, lack of self-confidence is far more common than you think. Most of us are settling less than what we are truly capable of, and this has all to do with our self-confidence, with our self-belief, with our self-image. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in our power and our capabilities. And we don't believe that we can achieve what we want to achieve. And that's how we really settle for less. We give up too soon. We don't take chances. We don't get out of the comfort zone. And that's really a challenge on its own. Because the fact is that our dreams, really true dreams, are bigger than we are. They are or should be out of our comfort zone. We need to get out of this zone if we want to achieve them. And as the graph as the cartoon on the right side shows, your comfort zone is small. Where the magic happens is outside of that zone. You cannot really get there if you stay in that comfort zone, in the area around you that you feel safe. You have to really get out of that safe zone. And for many of us, getting out of this safe zone is scary. And that's why we do not really take any chances. We do not take any risks to achieve greater levels of success that is really accessible to us. It's just a matter of overcoming our doubts and fears and going really toward the land of magic where things really happen and when we can get what we truly want. Unfortunately, many goals and dreams are left unfulfilled because we are not willing to go through the necessary change. I've had coaching clients that when I talk to them, you know that they have really great goals. All of them want to achieve great results. And when you start talking and when you start questioning and when you start digging down, you find out that there are fears and doubts. And if they want to overcome those, they have to go through some change to finish some unfinished things in their lives. And that's where they get stuck. That's where a coach can really help. Now, if we are not willing to go through that change, then after some trial, especially when we hit the wall and we kind of fail for the first time, and then we say, that's it, I'm not going to try again. And we think that that barrier doesn't let us to really get to where we want to be. We don't see a way out. And then that's how many dreams really are shut down, because as soon as we hit the first roadblock, our excitement turns into disappointment and our hope turns into fear and doubt. And this will eventually lead to losing our confidence and losing our self-belief. And then we say, I cannot do that. Or we say, it's really hard. These become our mantras and we stay in the comfort zone. And then we say, sorry, not anymore. And I don't want to take any more chances. And that's when we settle for less. And one day comes at the end of the life and we regret all these things. And we said, why didn't I take all the chances that I could take and therefore have a more fulfilled life? The reality is that how you see yourself determines what you can achieve, and that's about self-image. How you see yourself determines what you can achieve. What matters most is how you see yourself. If you see yourself confident, if you see yourself powerful, if you see yourself capable of doing some things, you are that person. You can achieve it if you want to. But if you see yourself weak, if you see yourself fearful, if you see yourself someone with low energy, that's who you are. That's what matters, and that's what turns out into reality in your life. So now the question is, how would your life change if you could double your self-confidence and self-worth? What would it mean to you? How would your life look like if you really could overcome your fears and doubts, if you had much higher levels of confidence? How would your life change? Right? It would mean a lot. Your life really would change for the better. It would mean stopping fear, doubt, and stress. And we know that this fear, doubt, stress, these all impact us physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So when you stop this fear, doubt, and stress, you really help yourself on all these four levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It would mean living a more healthy, fruitful, and fulfilling life, a happier life. It would mean pushing negativity out of your life and living a boundless life. It would mean positivity in your life. It would mean living without boundaries. It would mean happier and more fulfilled life, more satisfaction in life. Wouldn't it be great to have such life, happy and fulfilled? So it means a lot if you can overcome yourself as your self-doubt, if you can achieve higher levels of self-confidence. Now, you may say, how do I boost my self-confidence and overcome my fears and doubts, especially when I'm already experiencing difficulty? I had this lack of self-confidence several years ago when I moved from my home country to Canada back in 2000. And at that time, really, it was a new country. I was not fluent in English, and I thought, okay, my accent would cause me issues. Later, when I became interested in training and self-help trainings, then I had this fear of people won't listen to me. And then when I wanted to write a book, I said, who's going to read a book that is written in English by someone whose English is the second language? And those sort of thoughts or whatever went into my mind really caused me to delay things. But when I realized that those really don't matter. What matters is the content, is the message, is what I have to offer to others, then things really changed. And that's how I wrote a book, became a bestseller on Amazon. It went into international award-winning contest, got the bronze medal, and these sort of things. And then you realize that really that's lack of self-confidence is just internal, and you have to change it in yourself in order to really change your external world. And that's why I like to share what I have learned, and also what I have what I have experienced, as well as what I have learned from others with you through this sort of training and master classes. Now, before I share with you some tools about how you boost your self-confidence, let me tell you why you should boost your self-confidence and what you will miss if you don't. In order to really have this stick and make it like maybe a mindset shift in your mind, then I would like to share a story with you, which is called "My Little World Has Broken." And this is a story that I found online by Pedro Pablo Sacristan, and it's really on the power of change. And it's about a spring in a pen, and the spring was living happily and safely inside a pen, although the spring had heard many noises coming from outside. He lived believing that outside his world, inside the pen, there was nothing really good. Even just to think about leaving his pen made him so scared that he was quite content to spend his life compacting and stretching himself again and again inside that tiny space. So here we're talking about that comfort zone. Sorry about that. So the comfort zone is really small. But then what happened to the spring? One day the ink ran out, and when the pen's owner was busy changing it, there was an accident. The spring was flung through the air and landed in the toilet drain well out of sight. So then what happened? It was flushed down. Terrified and cursing his bad luck, the spring was flushed through pipe after pipe, each time thinking it might be his end. During the journey, he didn't dare open his eyes out of pure fear, nor did he ever stop crying. Swept away by the water, he traveled on and on and on until he ended up in a river. When the river current lost its force and the spring could see that things had calmed down a bit, he stopped crying and listened all around him. Hearing birdsong and wind in the trees, he felt encouraged to finally open his eyes. What the spring saw was the pure crystal waters of the river, the rich green rocks of the riverbed, and all kinds of fish of many colors, whose skins seemed to dance under the sunlight. Now, he understood that the world was much greater than the space inside the pen. So we're talking now out of that comfort zone. And that there had always been many things outside waiting to be enjoyed. After spending a while playing with the fish, he went over to the riverbank and then moved on to a field of flowers. There he heard weeping. He followed the sound, which took him to a lovely flower that had been flattened by a rabbit and could no longer stand up straight. The spring realized that he could help the flower, so he offered to be his support. The flower accepted and slipped through the middle of the spring. There they lived happily together, and they would always laugh when remembering how the spring used to think that all there was to life was being a sad and fearful spring. So the moral of the story here is just a metaphor, a metaphor for change, and a metaphor to get out of your comfort zone, to see the world outside of you, to see the beauty of taking risk and the rewards that are waiting for you outside, to get out of that comfort zone and move toward the magical zone where the magic happens and you can achieve great levels of success. So here is the truth. When you finally realize your strengths, you can step up with confidence and do what you previously could not do. You can be the best you can be when you realize your strength, you focus on those, and that really will help you to step up and do what you couldn't do before, right? You can get what you want when you shift your consciousness and see yourself a strong and a confident person. Now, what happens if you do not really uh, take care of your lack of self-confidence? Or if you don't work on yourself internally to upgrade your mindset so you become more confident in life? This is what would happen. You live and work like a victim under fear and doubt. You would say, you think things happen to you and not to anyone else. You continue to have issues in your personal and professional relationships, and you have no clue why it's happening. You think it's just happened to you, and you don't realize that when you change a relationship, or when you leave your job, or when you are laid off and go get another job, you face the same issue over and over again because you haven't learned the lesson to overcome your fears and doubts and don't live like a victim anymore. You stay unhappy and unfulfilled. You don't grow to your full potential. And that's when, at the end of the life, you regret that. And you cannot get what you want or wish for. And you always play a safe game. You settle for less. And then you may blame others for what has happened. So self-confidence is something you have to work at and protect and nurture just like anything else. It comes from within. In order to be the best you can be, you have to work internally on yourself and see what is preventing you from achieving greater levels of success. What is preventing you from overcoming your fears and doubt? What is preventing you from having a greater self-image? What is preventing you from being the most confident person you can be? So now let me share with you a simple yet effective technique for improving your self-confidence. A simple yet effective technique for improving your self-confidence. This technique can help you really boost your self-confidence. Confidence is like a key that can unlock some lock, right? With self-confidence, certain things just open up. What happens is that when you work on your confidence, when you become more self-confident, people are more open and trusting. When you act as though you treat yourself very well, other people are usually keen to treat you the same way. So that's really the key message here. Making some change in order to have more confidence in yourself. Treating yourself well. Loving yourself. These are the techniques you can use in order to boost that self-confidence. Sometimes also you need to fake it until you make it. You see, many people go out there and you think that they are really, really high in confidence level. But when you go to their personal life, you see they are not really, right? So they are playing that game, because when they go out and show that they're confident, people also tend to interact and respond in the same manner. And that will help them to, over time, increase their self confidence and also take that to their personal lives as well. So that's really a secret here. It means that work on yourself and see yourself a confident person and go out there and interact with others without really expecting anything in return. And when you show even yourself as a confident person, others will perceive it as truth and they will respond accordingly. And that in turn will come back into your life and feed you with more self confidence. And that gradually builds up until you reach a threshold. And after that, things really become automatic and magic happens. So, are you willing to commit to making the change? Now, the technique that I wanted to share with you is what I already just mentioned. Love yourself more. I call this LYM technique, LYM technique. Love yourself more. Have you noticed kids really love themselves a lot? As you can see in this picture, this little girl is kissing herself in the mirror, right? Her image. That shows a high self-image. Can you do that? Can you really go close to the mirror and kiss yourself on lips and and talk to yourself and give yourself confidence and say that I love you and hug yourself? This LYM technique, just loving yourself more, this results in more confidence in yourself. If you don't believe it, try it. Lots of lack of self-confidence and fear and doubt comes from within. And that's the root cause for that is a lack of self-love. Really, the solution is not outside. The solution is within you. And a big portion of that solution is lack of love for yourself. So give yourself a pat on the back and say, I really missed you, I love you, I hug you, and let's make a difference together. Don't forget the LYM technique. Now, I have an exercise for you here. The exercise is like this. Make an inventory of things that you can love and value about yourself and that others love and value about you too. And these could be 5 physical qualities. So if you like your shape, for example, or if you like a certain part of your body, let's say you like your eyes, or you like your smile, or you like your hair, write them down and just notice that maybe someone had told you before that they like your hair or they like the way you smile, right? That write it down as part of those inventories that you already have and you recognize them. Then also add to it 5 personal qualities, like you are a kind person, you like helping others, and the other personal quality, you are trustworthy. People come to you and they can leave their valuable things to you and or they can share their secrets with you and you don't tell anyone or you don't share that with anyone else. So that personal quality, what personal qualities you have that you love about yourself, you value it, and also you know that some people have recognized that. What about 5 achievements you are proud of? What have you done in your life, whether small or big? It doesn't really matter. What are those things that you're proud of and you have achieved, but maybe you have forgotten? Spend some time to come up with those 5 achievements you are proud of. For example, for me, I'm an author of a best-selling book on Amazon. That's one of the things that I'm proud of, and see that as my legacy. Many things that I can list really as the achievements, and that can give me confidence, and I can see myself adding value to others, and that really boosts my confidence, and that helps me to overcome the current challenges that I have and take my life to the next level. And finally, 5 things you've done which someone else might not have had the courage to do. That could be very small things, like, for example, if you have ever been in a cold bathtub, for example, or have taken a cold shower, and you know that many other people don't have even the courage to do that. That's one of those things that you have done, and maybe others haven't done it. So write those sort of things down, and when you are writing these, watch how you respond to this task. Do you think that that's too small to mention, or do you think that people cannot even see that? These are the type of responses you should notice and write them down, because how you respond to what you're writing about this task determines how confident or in which areas you lack confidence. So this is an exercise that I encourage you to do right after this masterclass. Now, after this lean technique that I suggest really you do it every day, just in front of the mirror, hug yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself, give yourself a kiss, a pat on the back, and that helps you with your self-confidence. That's really a key. Now I want to share with you a top strategy for becoming boundless. So this strategy, which is really the first step of all different strategies that I share with people when I teach them about power of self-confidence. It is about finding your comfort zone. What is your comfort zone? How big is it? Or how small is it? Your level of comfort in various areas of your life, it's important to find that out. I have listed here 8 different areas of your life. One is the family area, relationships, health, career, money, fun and adventure, social and community, spirituality, and self-development. So what is your comfort zone in each one of these areas? If you, let's say, if you say 1, for example, it means you have a very small comfort zone, meaning that you cannot really take any chance. You just feel safe where you are, like that spring in the story that I mentioned, and you don't really want to get out of that because you're scared and you think there is nothing great out there. And if you give yourself 10, means that you are boundless in this area. You have no fear and you have no doubt. You have a very high self-confidence in this area. So what is your comfort zone score or level in each area? Is it a 1 or is it 10? You can score yourself and then see which score you get in each area, and that's important to recognize in which areas of your life you need to work more and in which areas you have really a good level of self-confidence. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. We need to create a balance in life, and recognizing which ones you have a good level of self-confidence and which ones you don't, that really help us with getting into the balance level. So that's a good strategy to work on. So how does your comfort zone look like in each area? As I mentioned, score yourself in each area. 1 means living fully in comfort zone. 10 means boundless in that area. And then the action item for you. What is one action you can take this week, starting right after this masterclass, to get out of your comfort zone in the bottom three areas? So when you score yourself, you rank them, right, from the top ones where you are boundless or you have a high level of confidence, to areas that you have lower self-confidence and you are living really in comfort zone. Identify the bottom three, the ones that you are really living in comfort zone and you have to work on those. And then put an action item for each one of these three areas and say, I'm going to take an action in order to get myself out of comfort zone in this area. And that's how you really achieve greater levels of success. For example, for me, conducting these trainings and the offer that I have at the end of this training was really out of comfort zone. And I told myself, no, you have to do it. And that's why I took the challenge to conduct these master trainings, add lots of values, and then at the end offer something that is unbelievable, even with the guarantee that is really, I would say, is unrealistic. So I'll share with you that in a minute. Now, as I said, put for yourself an action item that takes you out of your comfort zone. Whether it's small or big, it doesn't really matter at this point. Just put for yourself an action item and do that this week. So from comfort zone to becoming boundless, right? As I said, the comfort zone is somewhere small. Becoming boundless is where magic happens. To get good at self-confidence, you need to get good at moving out of your comfort zone. It should become something normal for you, right? Not something strange. To become boundless, you need to break limiting boundaries you have created for yourself. If you have created limiting boundaries for yourself in your personal life, with your relationships, you have to really break those limiting boundaries so that you see the beauty of life. And that's the same for any other area, including career, community, spirituality, self-development, fun, adventure, and so on. Now, it's never too late to start, but it's always too soon to quit. And I know that after this masterclass, no matter how much you are pumped up to go and make some changes in your life, you may go back to normal after a few hours or after a day, and you may again quit and do not take the action items that we already talked in the exercise. I want to tell you that it's too soon to quit. Any change comes with some effort to make and with some challenges, and you have to overcome those challenges. But the good news is that it's never too late to start. You can start at any time and finish strong. You are more than enough. We know that all of us have boundaries, but we can break them, especially the boundaries that we have made for ourselves with whatever circumstance that we have had in our lives. You have power that has been dormant, but you can unleash it. Train yourself to believe in you, and you'll naturally grow to the best that you can be. That's the intention here. I want you to be the best you can be, but as long as you do not start to believe in yourself, that's not gonna happen. So take the time, take the chance, get out of the comfort zone, follow up on the exercise that I shared with you, use the limb technique to really get on your on track with your life and break some of those boundaries that you have made for yourself. Now, wouldn't it be great if you had practical techniques that would help you build your confidence, overcome your fears and doubts, and achieve your goals and dreams? If you had more techniques to really overcome your challenges in all these areas that I mentioned. If you had me beside yourself, live, face to face, for 8 months to really work on your self-confidence and take it to the next level and double that self-confidence, how would that sound to you, including the coaching side as well as the training side? Sounds great, right? I want you to make things happen, and that's why I have a great opportunity for you to make that happen. And I call this opportunity of a lifetime because I don't know when else I would do the same thing that I am doing today. And that's a live training called Become Boundless and Manifest Your Dreams with the Power of Self-Confidence. That's the title of the live training that I gonna have for you. This training, as I said, it's a live training and coaching via web. It's live, but it's done over the internet through something like this, like a medium like this, a webinar, and we will have 8 of them, each one every month, so 8-month program. It starts in May 2016. I share with you several tools, techniques, and strategies that really work. And I also share with you implementation exercises and action items that we will all take during the in between sessions. And we will record each session. So if you cannot attend one of the live sessions, you will get access to that session, the recorded one, through a secure and private site. And also, I'm gonna give you a one bonus session in 2017 to really help you make 2017 your best year ever. How does that sound? So 8 sessions plus one bonus session, every month, one session. And these are the sessions. The first session is about your internal operating system and self-confidence. This is about what's going on inside, because we know everything really has connection with the world inside. So you have an operating system that you need to upgrade, and that's what causing those boundaries that you have created for yourself. So we will recognize them, and this first session really is worth the tuition that you pay for this training. Second session is about how to upgrade that operating system so that you overcome your fears and doubts. The third session is about confidence makeover. Now, how can you boost your self-confidence, right? How you can recognize in which areas you have to do changes, and how can you rank the actions that you have to take. That's the session. We will work on that part. Then in session 4, we talk about confidence leak detection and seal. This is the areas that when you recognize what is missing, when you find out about the gaps, when you start to upgrade your operating system, when you know what you have to work on, then you still see some gaps, there is some leak areas, and we go through a process to find the leaks and where you are draining your self-confidence. And we seal those areas. And in session 5, we talk about confidence boosters. What are the techniques, tools that really help you boost your self-confidence? Here we talk about really doubling and tripling your self-confidence and self-belief and self-image. And then after this session 5, you're really ready to break your boundaries now and really go out of your comfort zone very easily. You make that a habit. You make breaking your boundaries a habit. And then in session 7, you start to become boundless in some selected areas of your life, and you start seeing great results. You start getting what you want and what you put your focus on. And finally, in the eighth session, we talk about your long-term boundless life roadmap. So that eighth session is really something that brings all these things that we have learned over the last 7 months. We get them together, and then we come up with a 3-year plan, a roadmap for you, so that you know exactly where to go from where you are to where you want to be, with the power of self-confidence that you have created for yourself, so that you can bring much more abundance into your life and bring and make really things happen in your life. So now you may say, okay, what is the tuition? The value of this training program with the coaching part, the training part, and all these 8 months plus the bonus session and recorded, all of these, really the value that I have put for it is $2,500. I normally charge my coaching clients something between $200 and $300 per hour, and that's the ballpark number for this training program value. Now, you may say, okay, so how much should I pay if I want to join this live training program? Your investment for taking this program is $497. Now you may say, I just attended this live masterclass. Is there any discount on that? At least I'm the one that I'm really interested and I have attended this. Is there any special pricing for it? And my answer is yes. Those of you who want to take advantage of the early bird pricing, you would pay $297. But still there is more. Since you have attended this live masterclass, if you take action right away and be one of the first few to take advantage of this live training program, which is really truly a life-changing program, you will pay only $197. Only $197 for 8 months of training, interactive training, having access to me, and it includes also group coaching and all the tools in between and the support really that I provide. And on top of that, this is unbelievable, 100% money back guarantee. What does that mean? It means that you invest in yourself, you go through this training, you pay this $197, you go through the training, you attend the live training or watch the recorded sessions, and you take the exercises, you apply the tools, and it comes to the 8th month, the last session, and you come and tell me, really, this training did not add value to me and I want my money back. That's when I would say, that's fine, and I will return your money back, no matter whether it has had value or not for you. I say it was just free for you, and you return your money without any other question. That's how much I believe in this training and how confident I am about this training, that it will change your life if you truly take it, attend the training, apply the tools, and take the exercises and be with me for the whole 8th month. So with this money back guarantee for the whole training, I think you should not have any doubt, any fear to invest in yourself $197. It's all about you and your life, and that's the challenge I'm putting on myself. That's why I'm saying I'm getting out of my own comfort zone, because this is the first time I'm charging this much for a live training program for 8 months. I normally have online trainings, recorded ones, as well as coachings that have their own pricings. but I have never given this much of discount especially with the 100 money back guarantee, 100% money back guarantee for the whole program. So it's a one-time offer, and it's something that's not going to stay forever, right? It's going to be just for the first few and then few days, and we'll start in May. So with this, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box. If not, I hope that I'll see you on the other side, and I hope that we will be on this journey together in the next 8 months for the Become Boundless live training program. Now I'm going to just put the offer up. I think I forgot that. Yeah, so now you see that. Sorry about that. So the button on the right side, sign me up. Just click on that button, and that takes you to the payment page for $197. So is there any questions, any comments? The replay of this masterclass will be available in few hours, so you will get an email, and you can click on that link and watch this the replay again. You can also share the information about this masterclass with others, and even share the replay link with them so that they can also take advantage. You can order this training as gift for others, so that you show that you care about others and help them become more self-confident. Okay, so the button is on the right side. You see it has a highly special offer for the first 5 registrants. It's gonna increase to $297 after that, and then at the end, closer to the start of the training program, it's going to be $497, which is the regular tuition fee for this training program. So take advantage of this highly special offer with the 100% money back guarantee, and I hope that I will see you in the live training program in May. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can send that to me at care@dreamachieversacademy.com. Care, C-A-R-E, at dreamachieversacademy.com. So it seems that there is no question. That's okay. I hope that you enjoyed this masterclass, and I also hope that you will take the couple of tools and strategies that I shared with you, do the exercise, do the homework, and take some action this week and see the result for yourself. And I hope that you will soon join me for the training in May. Have a wonderful day, and I wish you best.